Hey everyone, DB here from DriveHound. I just want to give you a step-by-step walkthrough here on how you can set up an automation to work with DriveHound that will automatically structure your skip trace leads to be ready for any high-level CRM such as REIReply. What I mean by that is if you're already familiar with these systems, you know that you can have one phone number that's active associated with each lead contact. So when you skip trace and you end up getting 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 phone numbers with a lead, a lot of the time you have to go in and manually put these leads in with one phone number per lead. What this does is it's going to automatically structure it. It's going to create one lead per phone number and assign that phone number to one lead, tell you if it's mobile or landline, give you the do not call status, all the important information. So I'm going to show you how to get this set up in the first part of the video. In the second part of the video, I'm going to show you how you can send this row data straight into your CRM to put it right into a workflow. So you can go from submitting a property within the DriveHound map to having it in your CRM skip traced and all the leads created within less than 2 to 3 minutes at most. So to get started here, I want to start with a fresh Google Sheet just so I can walk you through every step of the way. So we're going to come on over here. You don't have to do this part. I'm going to generate a brand new spreadsheet. Delete it successfully. I'm going to come back over here into my settings and come down to CRM integration. Now again, this works with your insta-skipped leads. So if you have not turned on insta-skip yet, please come over here into skip tracing and read the directions there to get that set up. Otherwise, move on to step 1, which is creating an REIReply account or any high-level CRM account. REIReply is my personal preference, especially if you're in the real estate industry. Step 2 is going to be to generate a CRM ready sheet. So all we do is click on this box to confirm we want to do it. We'll get that button clicked. Okay. And now let's go check out our spreadsheet to make sure that that tab has been created. We're going to refresh our Google page here. View spreadsheet. And you can see right down here at the bottom, CRM ready has been created. So let's jump back over here into our account settings. The next step of the process here is going to be to copy this code in step 3. Just copy the entire thing. We're going to go over here into, and let me close this one so I don't get confused. We're going to come over here into our spreadsheet, and at the top we're going to click on extensions, apps script. And if you're not familiar with apps script, it's kind of how automations are set up on the back end of Google Docs and Google Sheets, Google Forms and all that. So we're going to completely delete the default function that's in there and paste in the entire function that we just copied in step 3. We're going to click on save, and then we are going to deploy as a new deployment. We're going to click this gear icon right here and select web app. Who has access? We're going to change this to anyone so that the function can function on its own. And we're going to deploy. Now it's going to ask you for authorization to be allowed to use this. This is so that you can send data outside of your spreadsheet, have the data processed without you actually on the spreadsheet, and also so that it can process the data and make edits to this spreadsheet. So you're going to need to click on authorize access, click on the Google account associated with this spreadsheet, go to advanced, go to untitled project, and click on allow. This can take a minute or so. That was pretty quick. We're going to go to done. And the last thing that we need to do in here right now is click run right up here on the top. Started and completed. So what that did was it created our trigger for us right here, this 1 minute trigger. Now every minute this function is going to be processed. That way whenever a lead comes in, at most it's going to wait 1 minute before it gets processed through. All right, and we're going to go ahead and test this real quick. So I'm going to come over here and I'm just going to type in a random address. Let's do 1581 Community Way. Let's submit that. Come over here into our skip trace tab. Should come in any second now with the skip trace results. I'm going to start scrolling over here to the right to make sure it has a phone number associated with it. If there's no phone number associated with it, it won't do the automation. You have to have a phone number to create a lead in the CRM. So if there's no phone number, then there's no point in trying to create the lead. It just causes issues. So this one does have phone numbers. So we come over into CRM Ready, and again, at most 1 minute is what it'll take for this to process. It took a little less that time. And now there's been a lead created for every single one of the phone numbers, their phone type, their do not call status, all the information is still the same. It's just one phone number associated per lead. Now what we're going to do next, well, let me stop here. If all you want to do is be able to export this list and import it directly into your CRM, you can stop here. You don't have to do any more automation. This is good enough if you wanted to keep things manual. If you want to add a little more automation to where every one of these rows and leads goes directly into your CRM, keep watching to see how we set up a webhook to get this done. All right, so if you're still watching, come on over here and click on this link to go to make.com. Now, Make's free. It's a pay-as-you-go kind of deal. You can access up to 1,000 operations a month for free. So every operation, what we're going to set up is going to take, or every scenario that we're going to set up here is going to take 2 operations, one for the webhook, one for the CRM itself. And so you can submit up to 500 properties a month for free without having to upgrade your account on Make here at all. In the top right, we're going to click Create a New Scenario. We're going to click this giant plus icon and search for webhook. It's this top option here with the burgundy icon. We're going to select Custom Webhook, create a webhook, and I'm just going to name it something simple like DriveHound. Save that. And now it's waiting to receive data so it knows how to structure this data. So we're going to copy address to clipboard, keep this tab open, but copy the address to clipboard, come back in here to your project and scroll all the way down. You'll see right here, webhook goes here. There's 2 of them, but you only want to replace this first one right here that has this note. The second one here is a filter of sorts to make sure that it's not saying that up here. We're going to save that. And now everything is set for us to send some more data. So I'm going to do another random address here. Do Stanton Road, 1847. We're going to come back into the spreadsheet here. I just want to make sure this one is also going to have phone numbers. And it does. Perfect. I'm going to come back over here. As soon as these rows are created in here, this isn't going to say stop anymore. We're going to get a green check mark message here. So let's wait for these rows to generate. Again, it can take up to a minute for this part of the process to go through. If your leads come in right after the 1 minute timer, then it's going to have to wait the whole minute. If it comes in 10 seconds before the timer, then it only has to wait 10 seconds. So here it came through. We go over here into Make, successfully determined the structure of our data. Go ahead and click OK. And now we're going to add another module. So just type in lead connector here, or you can type in HighLevel. Select create a contact. And now I've already connected my account here. If you haven't already connected your account, you just get your API from your dashboard within your CRM, whether it's REIReply or any other HighLevel CRM, and paste it directly into where it wants you to connect. And that's all you need to do. Now we're going to connect those data points with the customer fields. So our first name, last name, we're going to go phone number here. Now for tags, the only tag I like to add here is the do not call status, so I can make sure to filter out the numbers that are set as do not call. We're going to set the address up here. And I've also, in source, I want to add DriveHound just so I can keep track of where everything's coming from. Now I've also set up these custom fields down here, such as driver's name, driver manual notes, driver's quick notes, the uploaded image, and what type of phone it is, whether it's landline or mobile. We're going to click OK here. We're going to save that. We're going to turn it on in the bottom left-hand corner here. And then we're going to save again. Now what I like to do is come back in here to the diagram. as leads come through here, you'll see them move through here physically, and they'll show a entry for the addresses coming through, so you can check the history and if it was successful or failed. So to check the status of this, we're going to keep this open. We're going to submit a new property. Well, real quick, let me jump into my CRM here. Let me delete the test addresses I currently have in there. All right. Now we have no leads in our CRM, and we are going to submit a random address one more time. Let's do Brownsbridge Road. All right, let's get that submitted. Come over here into our spreadsheet. Make sure this one has a phone number as well. Now, again, you don't have to make sure every time if it has a phone number or doesn't. If it doesn't have a phone number, then it just won't process the row. This one has no mobile numbers, but it does have landline, so it's still going to process. Come into here. There we go. Check the status here. All of them have traveled through, all successful. Come back into our CRM, give it a refresh. And what we should see is every one of the leads created that were created within the spreadsheet rows. And there you have it. So this one had no name available. So just to confirm this is the right address for you, we're going to go into it. We're going to check out the information down here. Yep, 2859 Brownsbridge Road. Come on in here. 2859 Brownsbridge Road. Sometimes the phone or the first and last name isn't available, and so it'll just give you a no name available. And now I've set up a workflow as well just to show you how instantly all this can happen. Just a very simple one. Whenever a contact is created, it comes into here. I have an if-else filter set up so that do not call goes straight into one side over here. Everything else goes over here. I've assigned it to a user, added it to a workflow, and I've just got it paused here so you can see all these leads have now come straight into here. It's the no name available. And there you go. That's everything set up you need. If you have any problems, please don't hesitate to reach out, and I hope you have a great day. Thank you.